Good morning, children. Hope you all are hale and happy and taking very good care of yourself. Welcome to session 2, Social Studies, paper 2, chapter 21, the movement for the formation of Telangana state. Today we'll continue with the gentleman's agreement and the formation of the state of Andhra Pradesh. After its merger with India, Hyderabad state became a democratic state in 1952 and Burukula Ramakrishna Rao became its first elected chief minister. As in our first session, we have already the Nizam's control, and in 1952 it merged with Indian Union, and for the first time the Burugula Ramakrishna was appointed as a elected chief minister. Andhra region was separated from Madras presidency in 1953 and Tanguturi Prakasham became its chief minister. So, as coastal Andhra was the part of Madras presidency and it was under the control of the Britishers. So, Andhra get separated from the Madras presidency in the year 1953 and Tanguturi Prakasham became its chief minister. Now, here we're having the Andhra Assembly and the Hyderabad State Assembly. Most of the Andhra Assembly ministers, they have unanimously passed a resolution favoring the merger of Hyderabad with the Indian Union. Hyderabad State Assembly members, they are having serious concerns about the treatment of the Telangana state. According to this Hyderabad State Assembly members, maybe the wealthy and developed coastal Andhra elite tried to dominate the Telangana people because Andhra was the already have a modernization because of under the Britishers. They have developed the infrastructure in the matter of education. They're having industry as well as they are self-sufficient in agriculture. So the people from Telangana, they were concerned that might be they would lose control over the resources of their region without gaining anything. Here in the slide, Tanguturi Prakasham Pantulu, he was famously known as Andhra Kesari. On the initiative of the Union government, the leaders of both sides met in Delhi and reached what was called Gentleman's Agreement on 20th February 1956. Now, over the concern of the members of both the Hyderabad and Andhra Assembly, Union government started a negotiation between these ministers, and famously it was known as the Gentleman's Agreement. The meeting was held on 20th February 1956. They basically agreed on 14 points. This paved the way for the merger of the two states, though conditional and subject to satisfaction of Telangana people. As Telangana people or Telangana ministers, they are having concern about the welfare of the Telangana state. So the union government try to have a proper distribution of resources or proper settlement among both the Andhra and the Telangana. Thus, the new state of Andhra Pradesh with its capital in Hyderabad was formed. Now, the most important points in the gentleman's agreement was totally 14, but in textbook they have written in detail only 7. So, let's read it. First point under the gentleman's agreement was expenditure on administration was to be borne proportionately by the two regions, and surplus revenue from Telangana region would be spent only for the development of Telangana. So whatever the expenditure of administration was there, they want it, or the budget of the state should be proportionally divided between the Andhra and Telangana, and the extra or the surplus revenue which was left should be spent for the development of Telangana. Second point is the existing educational facilities in Telangana would be reserved for the students from the Telangana region only. As education facility, whatever educational facilities or the universities were there, it should be reserved or priority should be given to the Telangana students only. Third point, it was agreed to continue the Mulki rules. Mulki rules means the local people or the residents, the people, those who are living in a particular place. Mulki rules under which only those with a minimum of 12 years of residence in Telangana were eligible for jobs and admissions to educational institutions in Telangana. So according to the local or the Mulki rules, the person should be reside in Telangana for minimum at least 12 years. Then that person can be get were eligible for having jobs or can having admission in the universities of Telangana. It was, fourth point, it was agreed to set up a regional council, a statutory body consisting of 20 members from the Legislative Assembly to oversee the needs and development of Telangana. It was also decided that they are going to set up the regional council which work for the development of Telangana. Fifth point, sale of agricultural land in Telangana would be controlled by the regional council. Agricultural land of Telangana is not going to be sold to the Andhra people. Sixth point, the Andhra Pradesh ministry will consist of 40% members from Telangana and 60% from Andhra. So in assembly, 40% members should be representing Telangana and 60% Andhra. Seventh point, if the chief minister was from Andhra, the deputy chief minister would be from Telangana and vice versa. So if the chief minister will get selected elected from the Andhra Pradesh, the deputy chief minister should be from Telangana, or in the case if it should be vice versa. So these are the important 7 points. Actually, it was 14 points. These are the 7 important points which was discussed under the gentleman's agreement. Formation of Telangana, the gentleman's agreement. Now, the proposal to set up a regional council for Telangana was a major innovation. The development plans for other regions were supposed to be drawn up by the state government. As according to the gentleman's agreement, the regional council will be set up for the development of Telangana, but usually the development work will be undertaken by the state government. The regional council was to secure the all-round development of Telangana. It was to look into all the issues relating to planning and development, irrigation and industrial development within the general plan. So generally this regional council has to cover all the issues. They have to focus on the all-round development of Telangana, and they have to plan in a systematic way, whether it's a matter of irrigation, it's a matter of industrial development. All the things has to be get covered by the regional council. In effect, the agreement recognized the distinct identity of Telangana within the new state of Andhra Pradesh. Therefore, it came to be known as state within the state, because as Andhra Pradesh is emerged as a new state, but here also within this territory they are trying to give more importance to the Telangana. So basically this agreement was called as the state within the state. Here you can see, according to this it was divided, but they want that Telangana should be get importance because they were educationally backward and they want the recognition of their own culture and tradition. Here you are having 2 color schemes, children. Orange is representing here Telangana and yellow indicates Rayalaseema and Andhra. 1969 agitation. Over a period of time, discontent over non-implementation of the gentleman's agreement was building up in Telangana areas. There were 3 main causes for this: discontent, diversion of surplus revenue from Telangana to other regions of the state, discrimination in employment in government sector, and granting of domicile status to coastal Andhra persons working in Telangana region in a violation of the Mulki rules. So now in the year 1969 agitation was started. The whatever the agreement has been done on in the gentleman's points, whatever they have discussed, it was not giving a satisfactory outcome. So according to this, the 3 main causes because of this violation of gentleman's agreement in the year 1969, a severe agitation was started. 3 important points were there. First one, as they have decided that the surplus will be spent for the development of Telangana, it was not implementing properly. Second, they were having a discrimination in employment. Mostly the Andhra people are getting the chances or the opportunities in a government services, and they are not giving important and third important point is there was a domicile status to coastal Andhra persons working in Telangana region, and there was violation if the according to the Mulki rules, if a person is residing for the 12 years, they can avail an opportunity in education as well as the job. So here they are denying, or they are violating the Mulki rules, and it began as a protest over some appointments and soon became a mass movement in which students of Usmania University played a key role. So in this way, when the process was started, and mostly the basic terms of gentleman agreements were not implementing properly, this agitation was started, and especially by the students of Usmania University, they played a vital role in this agitation. Here you can see the students, those who are agitating in the year 1969. According to the official records, 370 people, mostly students, lost their lives during the agitation. In the year 1969, when the agitation was started, almost 370 people died, they lost their life, and especially these were the young students of Usmania University. Around the same time, several leaders from Telangana came together to form a forum called Telangana Praja Samiti. So at that time when the agitation was started, a forum has been formed known as Telangana Praja Samiti for the formation of a separate state. Later it took the shape of a new political party. This forum, previously it was just for the formation of, they are demanding for the separate state. Later this Telangana Praja Samiti became a new political party, those who are demanding for separate Telangana. The central government held long talks and came up with an 8-point plan, which basically consisted of setting up several committees. Even though this did not satisfy most people, the agitation receded for the time being. So, as because of the situation of Andhra Pradesh, the central government tried to held the meetings, and they have come up with an 8 points. And basically, it was the repetition of the gentleman's agreement only, and they have set up the several committees to look after the matter about the development of Andhra and Telangana. So, though it was not satisfied, but for the time being, the agitation was slow. It's a time for home assignment, children. You have to write 7 points of gentle agreement and learn these points thoroughly. This is an important question for 4 marks. Thank you.